Hi, we're back with Gus and Snoopy, and I had a request from Awesomeness0125 to show how I make the kitchen and the ramp. So I just finished cleaning out their cage, and I haven't filled their kitchen yet, so I figured it's a good time to show how I make that. Let's see if I get the light on here, if it's any brighter. Not by much. Anyway, so the way I do it is, I'll show you where I place it first off. With the CNC cage grids, I just put it 3 grids down, and that way it's not so high up, and I didn't need as high or as steep of a ramp. And then what I do is I just use the little cable ties, and I did it in pretty much every square going around, and then it's quite stable. And it just fits right above their litter box, so it's a perfect height, and they feel protected in under there. I mean, the messy little pigs dropping all their Timothy, hey? So now, the kitchen itself is just 5 pieces of Corax. The size that they are, let's see if I can do this. Sorry, it's hard to do with one hand and hold a camera. So, the pieces are about 13 1/4 by about 10 1/4. And then the doorway, the archway is about 5 1/4. I did everything in quarters for some reason. Whoops. By about 7 inches high. So, and I just eyeballed that. I just drew it on the Corax and then cut it out. And then the ramp is, let's see, it's 14 inches long. And then the way that works is it's just one piece of Corax, and it just opens up flat like that. And then the way I did it was I just scored the one side there. Sorry, it's blurry. I just scored that one side so that it'll just flip up, and there's no seam there. It just folds. So, and the dimensions of that, see if I can do it. I gotta lay the camera on it. One moment, please. Is roughly 8 1/2, almost 8 1/4, and 8 3/4. And I just bent it, and that's at about, see there, almost 2 inches. And then this stuff here that I bought at the hardware store, the gray stuff, you just buy that for steps in a pool or on a deck. It's just by 3M, and you can just buy it by however long you need it. So it's 4 inches wide, that's the width that it comes in. And the length that I used on here is, let's see, it's about 13 3/4 inches. And the way I attached the ramp is, if I peel this back, see it's just sticky. If I peel that back, I put 2 holes. Sorry, this is so hard to do with one hand. I just poked 2 holes in the top of the ramp and put the cable tie through. And then I just did 1 hole in the floor of the kitchen. And then, can you see that? Just 1 hole in the kitchen. And then I just kind of put it through. And then what happens is, because the ramp ends up going up into the kitchen, that's what holds the sides up. So there's no other trick other than that. So it just stays like that. So, and this, I just, I spray it with the clean cage stuff, which is right, where is it? Right here. I just spray it with that, and I use a little scrub brush, and it cleans off really good. And that's it. So, I did the tape down the sides. I did not do it on the inside because they were starting to chew at it. So I took that all out. But there's a little seam along the edge, but nothing goes down in there. So, and it's just taped all around the edges on the outside of the box. So, and that's it. I just clean it out, and I just use the towels and the fleece, and it stays really clean. I mean, I clean the cage twice a day, so that's probably why it stays clean. Sometimes twice, sometimes once. Just depends on how much mess they're making. And they make a mess in the pig loo, because they're messy little pigs. Hey, Snoopy. Hey. Hi. Where's Gus? Gus. Hi, Gus. So, yeah. Oh, there's nothing in the kitchen yet. I'm sorry. Okay, I better go feed these guys. So I hope that helped. One of these days, I'm going to get the kids to help me look after the guinea pigs for a few minutes while I take the cage apart. What I mean by that is I'm going to take the whole Corex liner out, and you can see in underneath of how I actually put the cage together into the shelves and stuff. So, I don't know, maybe that'll help people put their cages together. So, that's it from Gus and Snoopy for today, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.